Coach Allen, this is something we've been wanting to do for some years now, because based on my experience in coaching and playing, you set the bar for coaches. I didn't know that until all the years I've been experiencing coaching. You set the bar, and I have not seen anybody come to that level of coaching that you gave the young men in Danville. So we are having this documentary so we can save some of the significant things that you did to affect the lives of young people in Danville. The first question I have, can you give us a little background, where you were born, what school did you go to, what college did you graduate from, when did you start teaching and that kind of stuff?
Okay. I was born in Virginia, Dolphin, Virginia. My daddy owned a farm down there. And I went to Danville. And Carl, you guys are born and raised in Danville. When I looked at Danville, I said, no, this ain't the place for me, baby. This ain't the place for me. See, a segregated place, society too. So I didn't say anything to anybody. I talked to the principal and the superintendent. And I came on back home. Paige got on, came back up there and came to my house and sat down, we talked. He said, Hank, try it, see what it's like. So you can deal with segregation, coach. You went to school in Hampton, where down in segregation, so you got some experience with that. So that's okay. So I decided to come back to try it. I wasn't doing anything. I said, all my education, all my training is in education. I said, and you got to get into that field if you're going to be successful. So I said, okay, I'll come to Danville. And so then I began to work on them, on these kids, talking to them. And Charles, this is where you asked me, you recall, Carl, you can know it, and you know it too. Remember, I used to get the basketball team at the end of practice. What would we do? Get out there in the middle of the floor, on the floor, sit down.
That's right.
And we talked. We talked not much basketball, because I had practiced basketball. We didn't talk a whole lot about that. We talked about life. Life skills. What you want to do in life. How you want to do it. If you want to make something out of you got to go from here. You got to finish Langston High School. You got to finish, and you got to go to college if you can.
All right, Dick and Tommy, please 1 second. We need 1 second. First of all, welcome to everyone, and thanks for coming. You wouldn't believe what this grew out of to get to this point. But let me just give you a little history. And thank God, see, they turned it off from downtown from 3 to 4:30 so that we could interview in here and do tapes in here, taping in here, because it was too loud for the audio people. But back on September the 12th, Charles and myself, some of the people here, the cameraman, went up to Coach Allen's house in Charlottesville, and we spent 3 hours with him doing an interview. And he had all of us in tears.
Coach Allen really was kind of tough to play for. Now, I'm having a flashback right now. There was a hill right back here that used to have a little grass at the top of it. And we had this drill where we had to run this hill and pull a blade of grass and come back. And we had to do that several times. The problem was if you lost a game, you had to do it twice as many times. So he just developed, I think, some characteristics that really just developed into me to do some of the same things when I coached. They said I was tough, and I think it came from his direction.
Hank Allen coached me for 4 years while I was here. I have known him for 40 years. So his influence goes way beyond what happened here as an athlete. You know, I have seen a man who's basically of the Depression era, you know, the great generation. I have seen him change over the years, and I've seen him grow and develop. And so his biggest impact on me has been, as a person, learning to grow, learning to adapt, learning to live life, and not be stagnant, not be stuck in one place.
I've heard many people talk about how Hank didn't have stars. I think there was one time they said to find somebody that scored 30 points in a game would be rare,
Yeah.
because of the way that he played people.
Yeah.
So how did he treat you and handle you as a standout kind of player?
I would have to say he allowed me a little freedom, but I knew how far to go because I would be on that stage. But knowing all the guys that I knew, I played the guys behind me, like Bobby Roy, Tommy Thompson, Ronaldo Thompson, my brothers. I can go on and on. What you saw me doing out here, I was playing inside of me, but it was like them.